This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Inteleon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Poton Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Inteleon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipots Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Inteleon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tablemon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. So today, instead of having a regular standard video, I am definitely done with standard. I am done with tag teams myself. We have Evolving Skies coming out on PTGO on Thursday. We have rotation happening on September 10th. Friday, September 10th. Yeah, I guess I wasn't wrong. So I've decided that from now until Thursday, I'm just gonna talk about the decks that I'm going to start featuring on the channel, right? Post-rotation deck list. And I've already talked a little bit about Rayquaza VMAX in Ion Japan last 2 Mondays ago. I talked about Leafeon VMAX last Monday. And today, so from now on, our double daily videos will be Sword and Shield onwards decks, Evolving Skies. We're gonna pause the other sections for now until the end of the month, where we've had enough Evolving Skies coverage, and then we'll go back to Ion Japan if or when fusion cards come out, and we'll bring back the other section, which a lot of you have definitely enjoyed, and I'm sure the other section will be very interesting to take a look at once rotation happens, and especially once Evolving Skies comes out. So today we're going to be playing with, or not playing, sorry, we're just going to be taking a look at Jolteon VMAX. I have the card right here, the translation. So 300 HP, definitely on the lower end of VMAXs, so overall it still should be a 2-shot against pretty much everything. And we have the Daijinrai attack, which I'm pretty sure that's gonna not remain like that. Doing 100 damage, which is not great, right, for a VMAX, but this attack also does 100 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon that already has any damage counters on it. So that's 200 damage for 2 energy, that's not too bad at all. You have to spread the damage so your opponent can play around that. No bench protection in post-rotation is very important. And the attack cost of 1 lightning and 1 colorless is pretty low, and with the card that you see over there, yeah, which is called Elemental Badge. If the Pokemon this card is attached to has Flareon V, Vaporeon V, or Jolteon V in its name, its attack cost colorless less. So I'm fairly sure that Jolteon VMAX does count for that. So your attack only costs 1 lightning energy, which is really impressive. So doing 200 damage for 1 energy on benched Pokemon and whatnot is actually pretty strong, I would say. That Drizzle is the wrong Drizzle, of course. We're going to be playing with, I just noticed that. I didn't notice when I was building the deck. That Drizzle is, of course, the Sword and Shield Drizzle with the Shade Dealings ability, so that we add consistency to the deck. We also have the Quick Shooting Inteleon to add damage counters, which help us in rounding out the numbers, and also make sure that we have the right things pinked to make sure that we're doing 200 damage and not only 100 to the active. We have consistency, Shady Dealings Inteleon as well to help us in the middle of the game. And we have the wrong Galarian Zigzagoon as well. Sorry about that. The wrong Galarian Zigzagoon, we definitely want the one that plays a damage counter, especially early on before we get an Inteleon out. And we have Crobat V for support. Now, because we can attack for a single energy, ideally we want to tank a hit and then heal up with Cheryl, discarding an energy, but that's fine, because then we just attach another one and we continue our onslaught of attacks. The Cheryl will make sure that even though it takes us 3 or maybe 4 turns to win a game, the Cheryl prevents our opponent from taking down our Jolteon and helps us survive. Now, the biggest issue, of course, with this deck is the glaring fighting weakness. That does mean we have a really atrociously bad matchup against Rapid Strike or Shifu VMAX. But I'm fairly certain that unless your name is Shadow Rider or Calyrex VMAX, most decks are going to struggle against Rapid Strike. I definitely foresee Rapid Strike becoming one of, if not the top deck. And then if Rapid Strike or Urshifu VMAX can play Moltres V, right, if it can comfortably fit it along with Inteleon, which we did just see at the Invitational that it is possible, I would not be surprised if that becomes the deck to beat, the absolute best deck and the absolute deck to beat. So yeah, this list, we feature the Cheryl, we can attack with Jolteon VMAX. Like, this will be a pretty fun deck to utilize, a pretty out there and different deck to play with, which is really exciting. The Speed Energies add consistency, the Inteleon line adds consistency, we have Crobat for consistency, we have Boss. We're not really, like, I'm trying to think of any cards from Team Up and onwards that this deck would like to run, that could be essential or that could really make a big difference. And I think only Tapu Koko Prism Star would be the only one, so that maybe you wouldn't rely on the badge. But having the badge, I would actually say you don't really need the Tapu Koko Prism Star anymore, right? You turn it off with Path to Peak. I don't know, it doesn't seem that essential. So remember, Drizzle is Sword and Shield Drizzle with the Shady Dealings ability. Zigzagoon is the Sword and Shield Zigzagoon with the I don't remember the exact name of the ability, but you know the one, you place 1 damage counter, and that is that. But yeah, pretty cool concept with this deck. Spread decks are always fun to play. This is not technically a spread deck per se, but in this VMAX meta, 3-price meta with such humongous HP, until we get a Pokemon that spreads, I don't know, like 80 damage to everyone, those sort of strategies will probably not be very effective anymore or at all in the near future. So for now we have to settle with this Jolteon spread. Other good partners for Jolteon VMAX could be Orbital VMAX. Obviously Orbital VMAX gets damage counters or extra damage counters into play, also combines well with the Cheryl. There's a universe, I guess, where you could play a combination of Aurora energies, Capture energies, Speed energies, or whatnot, and maybe have the Orbital attack in the Urshifu matchup, but Orbital does more damage depending on the energy they have, and if Rapid Strike Urshifu discards their energy, then you're only dealing 50 damage, so I don't think there's any way until we get an actual Psychic Tech card that can deal with Inteleon, with Rapid Strike Urshifu, sorry, just like Moltres, right? We need something similar to Moltres, Galarian Moltres V, that specifically deals with Shadow Rider. We need a Psychic type that specifically deals with Rapid Strike, and with the Fusion set coming out in Japan, I think Mew VMAX might be finally the card that topples the Rapid Strike dominance. But for now, and definitely in the upcoming weeks, I'll be building decks with all the VMAXs, giving them a try, probably end up combining most of them with Inteleon, because Inteleon is just that good and it becomes even better post-rotation. So I definitely want to give them at least a genuine try. So this feels like the best way to build the deck, without any testing, right? Maybe testing will show that there's better ways. Maybe Orbital VMAX will be more reliable. Overall, I'd say Jolteon VMAX probably a 5.5 out of 10 card. It's fun, it's interesting, but it's not gonna be meta defining. It's not gonna be the next tier 1 deck. It's not gonna be a hidden gem from the set. If I'm wrong, feel free to point that out whenever Jolteon VMAX is dominating tournaments in Sword and Shield onwards or before, right? Definitely feel free to roast me on social media that I said that Jolteon VMAX was a 5.5 out of 10 card, but I'm pretty sure that my analysis on that particular card would be correct. So yeah, not much else to say about the list. Just try to make it consistent. That's how I approach new sets. I think of a strategy or a combo with a card, and I try to build a list around that combination and pulling off that combo. We're doing that strategy as consistently as possible, and then once I can do that consistently enough, then I start thinking, okay, so now that I am doing this consistently, what am I losing to, right? And therefore, are there any adjustments that I can do in order to really compensate for that. Yeah, and I think the biggest weakness for this, as I've said before, is Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, and there's no way to take away the weakness from Leafeon VMAX. I mean, from Jolteon VMAX at this point. We actually get KO'd after one Gale Thrust. We don't even survive a Gale Thrust, which that would actually, if Jolteon VMAX had 320 or even 330 HP, even 310. Yeah, maybe you could say, okay, so you get 2 hit KO'd, that's fine. You take a hit, you heal with Cheryl, you attack again, maybe that buys you time. But sitting at exactly 300 HP, just like, if Jolteon VMAX had 310, I would be rating this a 7 out of 10. But because it has exactly 300, this is a 5.5. And that's only because it's a fun strategy. Or if you dodge Rapid Strike, you actually might be viable. If a tournament bans Rapid Strike, then I'm all for it, but realistically, it's more of a I want to grind the ladder with this new card that I pulled deck, rather than I'm gonna try my luck with Jolteon VMAX at this online cup and hope I win it. You know. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed this deck profile. Let me know if there's any other particular VMAX that you'd like to see before we get to Thursday's big Evolving Skies drop, where we'll be taking a look at everything, right? But I can definitely prioritize and try to build decks for you guys this upcoming days, in order to yeah, if there's something that you want to see, right? I have definitely I want to talk about Jolteon VMAX. I want to talk about post rotation Rayquaza VMAX as well, which seems to be pretty good. And yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna be focusing on post rotation from today onward.